Nicholas, I'm glad you're home.
Give that man a prize.
Why must you act that way so often lately?
Because it's how I feel.
I see. Where have you been?
The friend. Somebody who actually listens to me, if you can imagine that.
Well, you know, I would be happy to listen to you, Nicholas, if you gave me the chance. Now, I realize that you're growing up and you're developing new friendships, a life of your own. But the truth is, I miss you.
I'm right here. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a message for you from Catherine Bell.
Catherine? Is that the friend you were visiting?
Yeah, she was wondering what kind of a man could be so cold and remote that he could not even once call or visit her since the day of the accident. And you know what? So do I.
You know I've been concerned about her. I'll do it first thing in the morning.
Good.
Nicholas, I visited Laura's grave today. Did you leave flowers there?
Yeah.
I'm sorry I missed you. Perhaps one day we could pay our respects together.
What for?
Because we're family. Because I cared very much for her, and I care for you.
And I'm supposed to believe that? How am I supposed to trust anything you say after everything that's happened?
I have always been truthful with you.
Right. Right. Just like you were about how Laura's mother died. Well, the first time she died.
As you know, there were extenuating circumstances.
As always with you, you're always holding something back. See, that's one of the things that I've come to appreciate about my mother. You always know where you stood with her. There's never some hidden agenda that I had to worry about.
I realize that you're hurt and angry because of your mother's death. And maybe you feel the need to rewrite history now that she's gone, so that you can forget the truth. Which is that you never really knew where you stood from one day to the next with her, and you have no right to paint me as your enemy in the process.
If we hadn't come to Port Charles, she'd still be alive.
And your sister would be dead.
Don't pretend you give a damn about Lesley, Lou. You came here for one reason, and that was to get revenge on Luke Spencer. Well, mission accomplished. Who cares if I lost my sister and my mother in the process?
But you still have me. No matter what else you think of me, you know that I love you.
How do I know you're not just faking it? How do I know there aren't some extenuating circumstances, as you put it?
You're unhappy here. I can see that. Now, if you wish to return to Greece, I will make the arrangements.
If I wanted to go back to Greece, I don't need your permission. I'm staying here because of Bobby. Yeah. She convinced me that by staying, that I could do something to make my mother proud of me. No matter what you say, I'm her son too.
Love your mother. Honor her memory. I support you in that 100%. But never forget, you are first and always a Cassadine.
That's for me to decide now, not you.
Don't walk away from me. Nicholas, come back here, I command you.
Sorry. Those days are over now.
Nicholas!
You going out?
Yes. To the hospital. There are quite a few last-minute details to take care of. I want tomorrow's ceremonies to go smoothly.
Nicholas,
I just came in to say goodnight.
would you like to keep me company for a while? Your uncle has some work to do at GH.
Yes, to prepare for the dedication of the renovations honoring your mother and grandmother. I assume you're planning to attend?
Nicholas, I was hoping you would be my escort tomorrow, since your uncle's going to be tied up.
I didn't know my grandmother, Lesley. But my mother was a very honest, decent person. I know that now. And I want to give her the respect in death that I never gave her in life.
She touched me. She saw me getting upset. She touched me and she said my name and she told me not to cry. Didn't you, Mother?
She seems the same, Mom.
No. Mother, it's me, Laura. It's okay. This is Lucky, your grandson, and Mac, our friend. It's okay. You're safe. We're all here with you. I guess it was too much to expect everything to come back at once. But the important thing is that even for a moment, she knew me and we connected the way we used to.
Tom was right on track. Look, with the proper help and care, she might get better.
She will get better. If only we could have gotten her out of the country and into that clinic before all of this fell apart.
She can still go, right?
No, Lucky, she can't go alone. We have to stay here now and get your father out of jail and fight the charges against him. There's something else I have to do first, too.
Nicholas.
Yes. I have to be the one to let him know that I'm still alive.
Did you ever think of going to the police for help, Mr. Spencer?
No. Police have never been any help to me, especially with the Cassidines. And I knew that Stephen Cassidine was planning to kill my wife and her mother. Hell, he almost pulled it off.
When was that?
Don't you read the papers? He lured Laura to the building where he was keeping her mother. He got her to go inside. And like seconds later, the building blew up.
That went on the books as an accident caused by a gas leak.
It was deliberate. The only accident was that I found out and was able to get there and get my wife out before the explosion. And I was only able to do that because Stephen Cassidine was so arrogant that he had the whole thing as a computer game. He had the location of my mother-in-law encoded. And my son and I were able to figure it out in time. I got there. I got my mother-in-law and my wife out just before the blast. Then I decided the best way to keep everybody safe was to make everybody think that they were dead. Okay. And that's it. You know the rest.
Oh, you made your big decision at that point?
Yeah, I'm a spontaneous kind of guy.
Wow. That's a pretty elaborate plan there, Mr. Spencer. Who helped you set it up? Corinthos?
Nobody helped me set it up. It was an improvisation, born out of desperation.
You mind telling me how you managed to improvise two dead bodies, desperately or otherwise? One of them wearing your wife's wedding ring?
Try to put yourself in Nicholas's shoes. He thought that his mother was dead, and then he finds out that she's still alive. He's going to feel betrayed. How could he not? I was just hoping that maybe if he heard it from me, it would soften...
Do what you want, okay?
I'd like you to understand, Lucky. Look, I know you're worried about how Aunt Ruby and Amy and all the people who care about us, how they're going to react to the news that I'm still alive. I know you don't feel the same way about Nicholas.
Mom, look, I agree, okay? I get it. Okay, it wouldn't... It's not the best for him to hear it on the local news, okay?
Thank you.
But that does not change my opinion of him.
I know. And that makes it even more generous of you. Thank you, Lucky. It's gonna be an awful lot to do around here.
Well, I promised to get you all back to Port Charles safely. Why don't we start there?
Yeah. I'm really worried about her now. She is so fragile, and especially with Tom being gone.
How would you feel about having Kevin Collins consult? He doesn't have his license anymore, but he does have his skill and his knowledge. And, well, under the circumstances.
I'd be grateful for his help. But please don't tell him what it's about until he's here.
You want to see Nicholas first?
Yeah, I just can't risk the news getting out. I'm even a little worried about what Luke is saying to the detectives.
You know, my guess is Detective Taggart is so busy gloating that he won't get to the grilling until tomorrow. Besides, it's too late to make the early editions.
Oh, Mom. You should go to it. Get going. Mac and me and Dr. Collins will take care of Grandma and Lulu. Foster will stand guard for us.
I love you so much. Thank you.
I'll get you.
No, I'll do it. I have to make a call first.
Cassadine residence. Hello?
Bobby?
Who is this?